In this video, we got another episode of this series where I do rate and improve your guys' teams. I'll put out a tweet over on Twitter at xevantanaka. I'll put out a tweet every 3 to 4 days asking for your guys' squads and how much MT you guys have, and then you guys will reply to that tweet with how much MT you guys have and your squad, and then I'll pick about 6 to 8 of the teams every single video, so you guys have a chance to be featured in one of these videos. But if you guys also want to comment your team down below on the YouTube video, let me know your guys' squad, how much MT you guys have, all that type of stuff. But looking at the first team here of the video, comes in from my boy Prez. I know he's wanted to be included in one of these videos for a while. Big shout out to Prez, man. I play with him on 2K all the time. But 20,000 MT, I kind of clown him for it. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with 20,000 MT? But he says Jaren Jackson Jr., Ron Artest, Kristaps, and Giannis are unsellable, so can't sell those cards, but I think you should keep all of them because they're some of the best cards in this entire game. Other than that, with this type of squad, for the rating out of 10, because I do like to give that, I know a lot of people like to hear like the rating out of 10, I would say this is an easy like 9 to 9.5. This is a 9.5. This is a 9.5 out of 10, 100%. I only really give out 10 out of 10s if I think it's like the best team in the game. So this is an easy 9.5. I think for suggestions, like, there's not much you can really go here. Like, if you wanted to save MT, you could sell Lonzo, sell Gary Payton, just downgrade to Dyson Daniels and Caruso. I think both of those cards are maybe not as good as Lonzo and Gary Payton, but would save you like probably close to like 1 million MT. I think that's a suggestion. I know Prez probably doesn't want to do that because he wants to build like the best team, but going into the new season, I'd probably just sell Lonzo, sell Gary, get Caruso and Dyson Daniels, and you're not going to really notice much of a difference if I'm being completely honest. So realistically, that's the only thing you can do with this team. There's nowhere you can really make upgrades, of course, with 20k. So I think obviously if you want to save MT and just get other, get more MT, maybe you could upgrade your backup power forward position to like a D-Rob. That's what I would probably do with the MT. If you wanted to spend the MT, like even just sell Alonzo Ball or sell one of them, downgrade to Dyson Daniels, and then try to use that MT to go get D-Rob. You'd probably have to sell both of them to get D-Rob, but I think Jaren Jackson Jr. is good, but could be definitely upgraded to a D-Rob or potentially a Kareem, but you obviously need more MT for that. But those are sort of my just suggestions I would do with Prez's squad. Now looking at the next team here, coming in from Bernard, I think it's how you pronounce it. He's got about 350,000 MT, and this is definitely a weak squad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, rating out of 10, probably a solid 5. You have some good cards like Jonathan Isaac, Jay Rich, Castle, Kristaps. I mean, maybe it's a little bit higher than a 5, but that bench is really weak. I mean, I guess you got Matt Barnes, D-Rob in those last 3 spots. I didn't see those cards originally. Maybe like a 6 out of 10. I think starting lineup wise, I would probably move Stephon Castle to backup point guard, run Dyson Daniels as your starting point guard. He's the perfect value point guard in this game for like 35k, maybe 40,000 MT. That takes you down to like 300k. You got your 2 point guards with Stephon Castle and obviously Dyson Daniels. Shooting guards, I like Jay Rich, but I'd probably bring him off the bench for Pink Diamond Dr. J. 75,000 MT. Go pick up that card, put him as your starting shooting guard. Small forwards, love Jonathan Isaac starting off the bench. I'd probably go Pink Diamond Michael Beasley. I think he'd be a great fit next to Stephon Castle and Jay Rich. I think he'd be really good offensively, and maybe you could use a little bit more defense there off the bench. So if you wanted another suggestion, maybe you go for a Galaxy Opal Carlos Boozer or a Galaxy Opal Tyler Hansbrough, just as other options as well at the small forward position. But I do think power forwards is probably where you need to upgrade the most, and I think you can sell Evan Mobley, definitely sell that card. Don't know how much he goes for, but you'll get a bit of MT back for him. Get Pink Diamond Khalil Ware 100% as your starting power forward. If you want to go after like a Galaxy Opal Jaren Jackson Jr., you should have enough MT for that, because honestly for your backup center, just go get Diamond Tyson Chandler. He's like 5,000 MT, and he's honestly going to be able to compete with every other center card in this game, barring like 5 centers like Zach Edey, Wemby, maybe some of the 100 overalls like Shaq and Kristaps, but he can pretty much contain like a D-Rob. He can contain a Kareem. Sure, he's not as good as those top tier centers, those Dark Matters, but he's definitely good enough to contain those cards. So like your squad would look something like Dyson Daniels, Stephon Castle, Dr. J, Jay Rich is your 2 shooting guards, Jonathan Isaac, Beasley is your small forwards, and then like Khalil Ware is your starting power forward. And then for your backup power forward, you could just go again Tyson Chandler somewhere in here is your big. Did I even recommend another power forward? I only recommend one. I said Khalil Ware, and I'm kind of blanking on who I recommended for your backup power forward. I guess you could try to get Joakim Noah, but I don't know if you have the event pieces. Am I tripping? Who do I recommend for his backup power forward? If I recommended somebody, go with them. I don't remember who. I'm having an absolute blank on who I was thinking of, but definitely get Khalil Ware. I can't think of who I recommended for backup power forward, but thinking about it again, I literally cannot think of a power forward right now. I would probably go Diamond Tyson Chandler as your backup power forward, move D-Rob to your backup center. That's what I would do. I don't know if that's what I said, But yeah, anyways, absolute mind blank. That's what I do with your team though. Kel'el Ware, Tyson Chandler as your 2 power forwards, Kristaps and D-Rob as your 2 centers. That's what I do with your squad. Looking at the next team here, coming in from Jeremy, he says he's gonna have 150,000 MT after he does his shoe selling. This team's good. I think rating out of 10. This is like solid 8, maybe 8.5. This is a great team. You know, Wemby's really good, KD, B-Roy, Reeves. I don't think you have very much defense on the starting lineup, so I think that's probably the main upgrades I would make. And with me personally, I'm not a huge fan of this Kobe White and Lauri Markkanen duo. Maybe that's just a huge personal preference thing, but I would get rid of both of those cards. They actually do go for quite a bit on the auction house, so I'd sell both of those cards. You're going to net yourself probably another 100k plus MT, and I'd move Reeves to the backup point guard position. I would either get Dyson Daniels or Caruso for your starting point guard next to B-Roy and Kevin Durant. You need that height, you need that defense. I think Dyson Daniels is a perfect point guard next to B-Roy and Kevin Durant. Get rid of Anthony Davis, go get Pink Diamond Kel'el Ware. And then for your backup small forward position, again, you should have quite a bit of MT to spend. Dyson's like 40k, maybe Kel'el Ware's 40k as well. They're a bit under that, but let's just say 80,000 MT for those 2 suggestions. So you should have like 100k plus, maybe even more for your small forward position. And I think this is the perfect spot to go get a Beasley or go get a Carlos Boozer or Tyler Hansbrough, just like I recommended for the last squad at that backup small forward position. I think all 3 of those small forwards I named are better than Lauri Markkanen. I think Dyson Daniels is a lot better than Kobe White, and I think Kel'el Ware is a lot better than Anthony Davis. So those would be my suggestions for your squad. Now looking at the next team here, coming in from Don't Play Comp. He says, I hope I make it this time. 200,000 MT currently. Got a fully Hall of Fame and Legend badges on Sean Kemp in the auction. I was hoping to get at least 300k and a Jared Wallace that should sell for 47k. So he's saying he'll be around like 500 to 600,000 MT, and the Ball brothers are also sellable. So I hear that, and the first thing I say is sell LaMelo Ball. He is not worth that price tag. Go get however much MT you can for him. That's what I definitely recommend doing. Looking at the rest of the squad for the rating out of 10, I do think what you could probably do with this is, or sorry, for the rating out of 10, I would say probably like an 8.5. Again, like it's a good squad, definitely a good squad. I'm not sure if you mean by Sean Kemp is in the auction house, like this Sean Kemp is the one that's in the auction house, or this is a different Sean Kemp. But let's just say you have Sean Kemp, you can keep him. If not, I'll just recommend like a Michael Beasley or Carlos Boozer. For this team though, just sell Carmelo Anthony, and really you just need a shooting guard. If you want to spend a lot of MT, you have a lot, you'll have like over 1 million MT. I don't know if there's really necessarily a shooting guard that's worth that price. I think even just getting a Pink Diamond Dr. J or a Galley Soap or Ricky Davis are 2 really good shooting guards in this game that aren't that hyper expensive. You can maybe go after Kawhi if you wanted to, but again, I don't know if that's necessarily worth his price for how much he's going for right now. So maybe you could go after like a Ron Artest, but then you need a lot more offense off the bench. So I think at the shooting guard position, you want a guy that can run your offense. So I think Ricky Davis or Pink Diamond Dr. J would definitely be the suggestions and the upgrades for your squad. Looking at the next team here, coming in from Emilio, over 200,000 MT after completing the shoe event exchanges. So 200,000 MT to work with. Again, good team. I'd say this is probably like an 8 out of 10, maybe 8.5. It's definitely a good all-around squad. But again, I would sell Kobe White. I would sell, I guess you can't sell Lauri Markkanen, so maybe you want to use him. Yeah, I guess you probably want to keep that duo then. So I would just say for backup point guard, I know I'm recommending him 100 times over, but Dyson Daniels, Caruso, go get one of those point guards. They're seriously so good for their price. I would recommend Dyson Daniels. I think that's all you really need to do. You have the offense, you have the defense in your starting lineup. I think off the bench, you can't really sell Wilt, but if you wanted to make an upgrade, I do like Diamond Tyson Chandler more than Wilt, but is it really worth? I mean, I guess so. He's only 5,000 MT. I just like Tyson Chandler. You could even go Kel'el Ware. I think for this squad, yeah, probably go Kel'el Ware actually. I'll get Kel'el Ware for your backup center position. And then looking at the last team here, the video boys coming in from Hoops Wish. He says he's hoping to be in the video this time, but he has 4 million MT. And this is already a pretty good squad. This is like a 9 out of 10. You have Beasley, you have Kareem, you have Wemby. You know, you have the duo off the bench of Joakim Noah, Corey Brewer. You have Magic Johnson. Like, you have a really good team. I just think you need a better backup center. I mean, with 4 million MT, I would just go get D-Rob, the upgraded version. I would just go get Dark Matter D-Rob. I think he's a lot better than his Galaxy Opal version. Other than that, I mean, maybe you want, you know, a better small forward off the bench and Jonathan Bender. Again, how much MT do you want to spend? If you want to spend like 800,000 MT, go ahead and get yourself that dark matter Josh Smith. He's going to be a lot better than Bender off the bench, or you could start him, have Beasley off the bench. So it really just depends what you want to do, but I think it's a really well balanced team. I think you have good offense, good defense, great size across the entire squad. I would get cards like dark matter D-Rob, dark matter Josh Smith. Those are like the big upgrades. Maybe if you want to go get a dark matter Lonzo Ball over Austin Reeves, that could also be a suggestion as well. But a lot of MT to spend. It just really depends how much MT you want to spend, but I'd definitely upgrade that backup small for position and go ahead and get dark matter Josh Smith and go ahead and get dark matter D-Rob. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys did find it helpful. Like I said, comment your guys' team down below in the comment section of this YouTube video. Let me know how much MT you guys have. Let me know your guys' squad. I'll try to get to as many comments as I can possible, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.